Hello everyone, welcome back to CloudForge Lab. In today's video, we are going to learn about Azure Front Door, one of the most powerful services in Microsoft Azure for global load balancing and application acceleration. Imagine you have an application that is used by customers all around the world, users from India, the US, Europe, and other regions. Now the challenge is, how do you make sure users connect to the fastest server available? And how do you protect your application from security threats? Also, how do you ensure high availability if one server goes down? This is exactly where Azure Front Door comes into the picture. In this video, we will cover what Azure Front Door is, how Azure Front Door works, the main components of Azure Front Door architecture, and finally we will see a demo of Azure Front Door. So let's get started. Azure Front Door is a global Layer 7 load balancer that routes user traffic to the best and healthiest backend application using Microsoft Global Edge Network. In simple terms, Azure Front Door acts as the front door of your application. Instead of user directly connecting to your servers, the request first reaches Azure Front Door, and then Front Door decides which backend server should handle the request. This ensures faster performance, high availability, and improved security. Now let us understand how Azure Front Door works using this architecture diagram. Imagine a user opening a website in their browser. In this example, the user is accessing www.contoso.com. This is the public endpoint of the application. When the user sends a request, it does not go directly to the backend server. Instead, the request reaches Azure Front Door, which acts as the global entry point for the application. Azure Front Door is built on top of the Microsoft Global Edge Network. Microsoft has edge location across the world, similar to mini data centers. When a user sends a request, it first goes to the nearest edge location, which reduces latency and improves performance. Now, before forwarding the request to the backend services, Azure Front Door applies web application firewall protection. This protects the application from common attacks like SQL injection, cross-site scripting, and malicious bots. This means Azure Front Door not only improves performance but also adds a security layer in front of your application. In the diagram, you can see URL paths such as /search, /statics, right? The Azure Front Door can route traffic based on the URL path. For example, /search request may go to a search backend service, /statics request may go to a static content server, and the default request may go to the main application. This is called path-based routing. On the right hand side of the diagram, we can see an Azure region where the application is hosted. This region may contain web servers, application services, and databases. Azure Front Door routes the traffic to these backend services using Microsoft Global Network. Now, since traffic travels through Microsoft's private backbone network instead of the public internet, the connection becomes faster and more reliable. At the top of the diagram, we can see an on-premises or legacy data center. Azure Front Door can also route traffic to applications running in traditional on-premises infrastructure. This enables hybrid cloud architecture. At the bottom of the diagram, we can see other cloud services. Azure Front Door can even route traffic to applications running on other cloud providers. This makes Azure Front Door a multi-cloud routing solution. So the complete request flow like this. There is a user which sends the request to Azure Front Door, right? Supported by Microsoft Edge location, which then we have the web application firewall protection, and based on the routing rule, the backend servers are selected. This architecture ensures that the applications are globally available, secure, and high performing. Now that we have understood the architecture of this Azure Front Door, let's go and understand what are the key components of Azure Front Door. The main components of Azure Front Door are endpoint, route, rules engine, or also called as rules set, origin group, and origin. Let's start with endpoint. So an endpoint is the logical grouping of one or more routes associated with domain name. Each endpoint is assigned a domain name by front door, and you can also associate your own domain using routes. You can have multiple endpoints, but in most cases, one endpoint is sufficient. But if if you what you can do is you can combine all your domains if they use the single route and route path or a similar route and route path into a single endpoint. But if your domain use different routes and route path, it's better to create a separate endpoint for each domain. Okay. Now, the domain name that is assigned by the front door, the unique domain name that is assigned by the front node is basically is a combination of these things, mainly the three things, which is the endpoint name, pseudo random hash value, and the base domain. Okay. So suppose the base domain will be generally like this. So suppose your endpoint name is my app. Okay. So, and the pseudo random hash value is like this, then your endpoint or the URL through which your application becomes globally available will be like this, like my app or the pseudo random value, then the base domain. Okay. So, the key responsibility of an endpoint is to act as a global entry point, receive HTTP or HTTPS request, connect users to Azure Front Door Edge network, and route traffic based on defined rules. To give you a simple analogy, think of an endpoint as the front door of a building. All visitors enter through this door before being directed to different rooms. Now, after the endpoint, we have something called as route. A route defines how incoming requests from the endpoint are managed to backend services or mapped to backend services. Route determines which domains are used, which URL path should match, and which origin group receives the request. For example, consider you have route, say route 1 using the domain contoso.com, and in the path we consider having slash images, and the origin group for this route is image servers. Now, if the user comes up with a request on contoso.com.images.logo.png, that request will be routed to image server. Okay. Now, after route, we have something called as rules engine or rule set, right? So, rules engine or rule set allow you to apply custom logic to incoming request at the edge. Okay. So rule set is a collection of rules that can modify request or response before they reach the backend. So typically a rule set contains of two things. One is the match condition and what action should you take. So consider this example right here. So if the request path contains slash mobile, right, then it will be directed to or redirected to mobile backend. Okay. So these rules let you customize how requests are processed directly at the edge network. Now the common use cases of rules using can be URL redirect, URL rewrites. So you can use it for rewriting the URL. Okay, header modification. Okay, geo-based routing, cookie-based routing. Okay, the rules engine allow complex routing logic using regular expression and server variable as well. Okay. And after that, we have something called as origin group. An origin group is a logical group of backend servers. that serve the same application. Example, you have origin group, say web server, which contains a VM or virtual machines in say India, US, or Europe. Azure Front Door uses load balancing and health probe within the origin group to select the best backend server. Origin group can run in active configuration or active passive configuration. After the origin group, the other component or the final component we can say for Azure Front Door is origin. And origin is the actual backend server where the application runs. Now, examples of origin includes a VM, virtual machine, Azure App Service, Azure Kubernetes Service, Azure Storage, your on-premises server, or server in or your servers in other cloud provider, like we discussed in previous section. Okay. So these are the main components of Azure Front Door. Now that we have understood what is Azure Front Door, what is its architecture and components, let's go ahead and see a demo on this. For the demo, I'll be writing a Terraform configuration and we'll show the demo after writing the Terraform configuration. Now, before I show you the Terraform configuration or explain the Terraform configuration, I wanted to show what exactly we are going to do in this demo. So, in this demo, we are going to create two web apps, one in Central US, one in East US, which will act as our origin or the backend for our front door. And we will have a front door profile, which will be having our endpoint name and origins and the routes that we configure. Okay, so this example, I've taken it from Microsoft documentation. Okay. And the resources that we are going to use to create this demo are the front end resource name, app service name. We'll be using random ID to create this front end resource name and app service name. This front door profile, there is front door endpoint using this. This is resource group. There is a origin which will be having which app services are origin and for front door routes, right? So I have logged in into portal as well, and let me go to Visual Studio Code. This is where I have written my Terraform configuration. So the subscription I'm using is a sandbox where I cannot create any other resources, and this is the resource group that I have to use. Okay, so I'm using some local resource with which will have for the name for my front-end profile and endpoint name and origin. So the first what we are doing is creating the front-end profile. So let me go and visit the uh, portal, and here we'll search for front door profile, right? So if you go here, right, we will go with the custom create to show the more details. And this is what we are doing. We are giving a name and a tier, right? And so suppose if I give my app, okay, and then if I go to endpoint, I add an endpoint. I can give this my app, and the domain name will be created as explained previously. Like the domain name that Azure will create will have a pseudo random hash value, the endpoint name, and this is the base domain, right? So this is how it is created in portal, and same thing we have configured in our Terraform configuration as well. And then we have created a origin group. After the origin group, this group, as explained, is used for load balancing, right? And we have health pros to check whether which backends are healthy or not. And then we are using the app service. We are adding app service to our origin group, and this is the route that we have created or is part of our configuration. So what I will do is, and this is basically creating the app service. I mean, this is going to be the backend. It's not the main part. The main part is this where we are creating the front door resources, right? So what I'll do is I will go ahead and will give Terraform init and Since I ran it previously as well, I'll just let me give me upgrade. So now this is done. Let me go ahead and apply Terraform. Apply. So of course this is going to take some time. So what I'll do is I'll be back once these resources are created successfully, and then we'll go ahead from there. So now you can see that my Terraform configuration is complete. You can see that three resources are added, but there are actually 11 resources are added. So initially when I ran it, there was some issue. Basically, it was not taking the uh, app service plan, right? That was mentioned here in the from the documentation that I had referred. So I had to change it to B1, and then it changed the app service plans queue and created the remaining three resources which were erroring out. But in total, this created the 11 resources, and this is the front door endpoint hostname that is got created. We can also see this on the portal. If I go here, right, you can see that front door app service and app service plan, and this is the app that is being created, and then we have the front door. And if I click on front door, I see this information. I get the endpoint host name, which is provisioned and enabled, the routes, the origin groups. Okay, so this is what we have discussed in our lecture so far, along with this, and we have seen this in the demo as well. So what we can do is we can go here, copy and paste it on a new tab, and now you can see. So I mean, it is working, but see, it is a new configuration and it takes some time. It takes around 20 to 40 minutes for it to get ready. And if I wait for that much time, my sandbox will expire. So probably I will not be able to show exactly how it works. But to give you the basic idea, I hope this demo was very helpful. And this is also the last video for our Azure Load Balancer series. And I have explained everything about the load balancer services that Azure has to provide. You can watch all the videos on my channel. And if you want me to give a feedback, do post it in the comments. If I have, if you think I need to, pace my video in a certain way, do let me know. And please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.